and welcome to another edition of This Week in the Villages. I have a very special guest today. This is Debra Carl. Debra Carl was a client, and now she's a friend. We started working together. We're going to get into that. But I brought Debra in because there's some things that you who don't live here or coming from an area, you need to hear more stories about, the whole process. So with that said, Debra Carl, welcome.
Hey, Dick. My friend.
My friend, yeah. Well, she is. She
Yes.
comes to our parties, and her and Michelle hang out at bars. And anyway, no, but she is a friend. So, a couple questions. How did you find the Villages? You're from where in Massachusetts?
Westborough, Massachusetts.
In case you didn't pick up the accent. And how did you find the Villages from Massachusetts?
Well, one of my work colleagues and I were talking about retirement, and he brought up the Villages. I never heard of it. So we started, instead of working, we started bringing up the Villages at work and looking at everything. And I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna go down and check it out. So I did. One night I was sitting in my living room in Westborough having my wine, watching Netflix, and I was reading the Villages Facebook page, and Dick reviews different restaurants and what have you, and whatever he was talking about at that time intrigued me. And I said, you know what, I really like this guy. So I private messaged him, and we exchanged phone numbers, and he and his wife were on the lanai drinking, and I was in Westborough drinking.
Now, wait a minute. First thing, a little disclaimer. We're in the middle of a thunderstorm.
Yes.
So if you hear crash, thunder, and lightning hitting, we might jump or something, but we're safe. We're safe. But anyway, so you didn't do an actual lifestyle visit. You didn't come down with the Villages or anything?
No.
Okay.
I spoke with you. You asked me where I lived, what kind of a life I led there. I said, suburbia, close to major highways, convenience, whether it be shopping or going to the gym or an activity or something. And you started sending me listings. And then my daughter and I came down September of 2023 and stayed in a beautiful Airbnb on Chula Vista.
No, I'm laughing because,
Why?
Because I made arrangements for the car to pick you up, which you paid her, okay?
Yes.
Yes. And I said, one of the requirements is you have to make a stop for wine on your way here.
Yeah.
So,
which we did.
yeah.
But then there was wine in there when I got there.
I tried to take care of you.
I know,
Okay.
and you did.
Okay.
So Olivia and I were very happy.
Yeah, and I got the pleasure of meeting them both the first time when they came down, whatever, to the house, shook hands and met the daughter and everything. And next thing is, how did you choose the area you wanted to be in?
Well, as I said, you took into consideration where I lived up there. So you had something in mind. So it's between 441 and 466. Which would be Sumter Landing and Spanish Springs, and we saw homes in that area.
Yeah.
And we did go to the squares, so we had lunch and whatever, and then Olivia and I had the golf cart, so we went out at night, and it was a wild 3-4 days.
It was, and the beauty why we picked that for her was, number one, you're 6 minutes from Target.
Yep.
Yeah, 6 minutes from Target.
Yep.
Probably 6 minutes to Spanish Springs, and one of our favorite restaurants, Americanas.
Yes.
We go up there quite often.
Yes.
And the 441 corridor, as far as having availability for restaurants and retail. But I also thought, well, she seems, the theme of Lake Sumter is New England, right?
Yep.
Well, she's from New England.
Yeah.
So Lake Sumter is probably about mile and a half, 2 miles from
Yeah.
you, tops.
Yeah.
You know, it's nothing. She's right off of Morris between Rio Grande and 466. And so for her, come out, take a right, tunnel, bridge, and she's at Lake Sumter.
Yep.
Come out and take a left, and she can be at Target in 5 to 6 minutes, all by golf cart. So anyway, that was the area that I kind of picked for her, just knowing her personality. And are you happy?
Thrilled.
Thrilled?
Best
Yeah.
neighborhood ever.
Yeah, they all are, aren't they?
They're unbelievable. I was like dropped into, I don't know, the first person I met when my brother and I were unloading the pod was someone from Massachusetts that lives on my street.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, how many times you come in. I kind of compare this to like the military service where you get stationed somewhere for 3 years where you're there. And, you know, everybody is from someplace else.
Right.
And you have a tendency to make friends really quick. And I think that she was lived there for maybe a week and a half, and they wanted to run for vice president of the social club or something, right?
And I am.
You know, now, whether that was a compliment or she was a sucker, that's...
I haven't decided yet.
You haven't decided
No,
yet?
I do have fun because I wanted to meet lots of people.
And have you?
And I have.
Yeah.
And I really love my neighborhood, and I love all the people I'm meeting, whether it be in my neighborhood at our socials or when you go out, you just meet people. Just sit down somewhere and you're talking to someone.
But you also got involved. You got involved and met people out like bocce and some other things that you were doing?
Yeah, the gym, yoga, bocce, and then joined a bocce league. So it's wonderful. And I'm not into the golf thing. I can't say never, but I'm not really sure if that's really up my alley yet. Pickleball, no, I see too many people getting injured, so I don't want that. I want to stay in one piece.
Well, you're doing fine so far. Now, you're very young. Of course, anybody who saw the Gigi video, you know, and she did.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but she's a lot younger than me.
Well, don't go into that.
Okay.
Anyway, so, but, you know, Gigi came down here at 55 and found a job. What about you? Are you still working?
I am, because I have my own title company business, but it's strictly Massachusetts real estate. And so it really doesn't matter where I am. It's all on a website, and I scan and send my reports and so forth to my clients in Massachusetts. So it's not like I'm in front of the computer 9 to 5. I could work in the morning and say, I think I'll go to the gym. Oh, wait a minute, I think I might have to go to the grocery store. And then I come back and work, and I have it all because I have due dates.
Yeah.
Oh, it's bocce today at 2, so I have to leave and go to bocce. You know, so I work my own schedule. So it's working out really good.
Yeah, I think COVID really changed things with people working remotely now. And I've sold a lot of homes to people that work remote, and they get up and maybe you put on dress shirts in case you got to do a Zoom or conference, but then you also got on your bunny slippers and pajama bottoms.
Exactly.
Well, one thing, you know, we've been talking about is the Murphy beds. That, you know, the last guests were, I don't know what order this will be in, but, you know, Murphy beds, and of course we did one in the villa that we remodeled. Well, when we walked into hers, I saw the picture online and looked at the home, and sure enough, there was a second bedroom. She's in a villa, and the second bedroom had a built-in Murphy bed and a desk and a workstation.
Yeah.
So for Debra, she could walk in, you know, her daughter comes down, got a bed. Her brother was just here recently, Stephen, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he was just here. And in the meantime, the bed's up, out of the way, and she has her office ready to work.
Exactly.
So
it's awesome.
Yeah. So you've really made the transition. You feel very comfortable. You're happy.
Oh, please.
No regrets?
I have no regrets.
Don't you have at least one?
None. No, I don't. I just miss, my whole family's up there.
Yeah.
So I do miss them. My brother is my biggest fan. He comes down a lot. When he retired in December, he came down for the whole month of January, which was wonderful. He's the best roommate ever. And then he was just down here for 10 days.
Yeah.
I am going up there in July, and I think in November is my 50th high school reunion.
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Would you graduate at 12?
Oh, please, Dick. Please. I wish. Yeah, so I'm good. That's the beginning of November, so I'm
Yeah.
going to do that. But yeah, people come down and friends visit, but
I guess what
I
was,
love it.
I guess what I was fishing for, you ask a lot of villagers if they have any regrets, and the one I keep hearing is, wish you would have done it sooner.
Yeah, I probably could have done it sooner because of what I do.
Yeah.
You know, the whole thing about working is, and I love my job. I don't mind working because it's not, like I said, 9 to 5 every day in front of a computer.
So,
But yeah, I could have done it sooner.
yeah, you could. Now you got a regret. Now that I brought it
All right,
up,
one
right?
regret then. One. You forced me.
I hear you. Anyway, you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me, but
Yep.
you know, I'm bringing in people that are moving from other areas into the villages, you know, like say we had somebody from California, we got somebody from Massachusetts, and people are coming and how they're finding their way. And well, this is walking proof that you come, and if you want to meet people, want to be active, it's out there for you.
Absolutely.
Just join a couple clubs, get involved with a sport, whatever, and go to the squares. You know, you can go up to the square, and next thing you know, you're having a conversation. Next thing you know, you're meeting your next best friend.
Correct.
So it
Absolutely.
is a great place. So Deborah, thank you.
Thank you, Dick.
Thank you. And anybody who has a social club that you're interested in getting on here beside me or Zoom, share. So people who aren't here yet can maybe learn about your club. And the thing that gets me about these social clubs, all of them support a charity.
Yes.
The Villages is a huge area to give it back. You know, whether it's food pantries, supporting schools, different things. And I'd like to get people on here to talk about what they do as far as supporting the community as a whole.
Right.
So please reach out to me. Again, thank you.
Thank you.
And until next time, bye now. I will